get started. And thank you all for joining us for the October Lunch and Learn. My name is Lindsay Saunders. I'm the communications officer for the district, and I have with me today Dr. Bethany Logan, who is going to lead our Lunch and Learn focusing on drug and fentanyl awareness. So I will hand it over to Dr. Logan and she can take off.
All right, well, welcome everybody to our October Lunch and Learn. Today we're going to talk about not only fentanyl awareness, but we're also going to talk about some online safety things that have come out in the last couple weeks. I do apologize if there's background noise because I am at a conference and I am at the quietest place I can find. So if you'll bear with me, we've tried to alleviate some of the outer noise, but we can do what we can do. So I wanted just to show you a little bit about what we're working with our shack on is about fentanyl facts, right? And how do we talk to students about it, right? And fentanyl, you can receive a fentanyl overdose with just 2 milligrams of the amount, similar to 10 or 12 grains of salt. When Catch did a study between 8th and 12th graders actually using drugs, 2.8% of 8th to 12th graders said that they've used illicit drugs in the last 30 days. Most teens don't, which is a good thing. They know that using fentanyl is a big mistake and it's addictive and deadly, but they often don't know that if they're receiving pills from a friend, that it may have fentanyl in it. So a lot of the overdoses that we're seeing in the state of Texas is 1 in 4 pills that students are taking have fentanyl. And so fentanyl has been found in other drugs such as MDMA or Molly, cocaine, and methamphetamine. So signs of an overdose that we train staff and students to see is understanding cold, clammy skin, blue skin, small pinpoint in the pupils, falling asleep or passing out, slowed breathing, weak breathing, or not breathing at all, limp body, and choking sounds. And so what we have tried to do with our shack and our students and our staff is understand, how do you save a life, right? 911, of course, that's the given. Administering Narcan, which is available on all of our campuses. And we stay with the person if we believe that there is an overdose, and we make sure that we turn them on their side. And all staff have been trained in how to do this. So as I stated earlier, Narcan is available at each of our nurses' office. And basically what it does is it blocks fentanyl itself and it restores breathing. You can get it without a prescription. And our teachers actually received Narcan when they were training this fall, right? And so all of our staff is able to administer Narcan, and we know what to do. And so the other piece that goes with that is when we see drug use in students, right? It's about suicide warning signs, right? If they're feeling trapped, if they're feeling like they won't be a problem much longer. These are the signs that we look for and that we train staff on, right? We know that if there's an increase of alcohol or drug use, that might be a warning sign. The other piece is sleeping, right? We know teenagers sleep, but if it's too much or too little, that's a warning sign that we need to get assistance. And so what we try to work with students on, especially at the secondary level, is to make sure that they know what to do if there are warning signs that are coming out. And so we have a hotline, 988-911. They have counselors. We have the Stop It app. All of those pieces are available for students. And so if you look at some fentanyl facts, the fake drugs look very much like the authentic drugs. And that's one thing that we have to talk to students about, is don't take what you don't know. And again, if you are concerned about a student or a staff member, you can always use our Stop It app for reporting not only bullying, but any concerns that you may have. All right, does anybody have any questions on fentanyl and how we work with students and staff? Okay. So one thing I wanted to make sure that everyone is aware of is that we are a TCHAT district, and it is the ability for families to receive mental health services through the University of Texas at Austin and Dell Medical Center. And yes, parent consent is always required for TCHAT participation. But if you need help, that is a great way to receive services, especially driving to Austin. Sometimes it's hard. And they coordinate care. They consult with you. They consult with the school if you allow them to. And they offer mental health education and training for staff as well. And so again, TCHAP might be beneficial to a bunch of different behaviors or feelings and needing some counseling perhaps. And so one thing to note that if we do access TCHAT, that we can do on-campus appointments. So no one has to take students to a specific place if you don't want to, or you can access it at home, but parents are invited to participate the whole way through. And so again, TCHAT will offer different presentations for staff, and we've had them out several times to work with our staff as well. So my favorite topic of online safety is one of those things that we all have to learn, because as you know, kids get smarter and phones get smarter, they get smarter about things too. And so the first thing I'd like to encourage you to do is think about your child's online activity, right? Because bullying, violent incidents, and exploitation of children can be prevented just by monitoring. And we do teach digital citizenship, but parents also have a role in that. So research tells us that kids who spend more than 3 hours per day on social media face double the risk of experiencing poor mental health. And so we encourage families, put the phones down and have conversations, and we're doing the same at school. So just so that everyone is aware, we want to make sure that people understand the law, because at the age of 10, you become responsible for your actions online. And so if someone reveals or discloses an online sexual contact, body parts, or deepfakes, that can lead you to a path with law enforcement that you don't want to go down. And we have to talk to kids about it. The other piece, if a minor sends a visual image or a video depicting another minor, they can also be in trouble for that. And so please understand and please talk with your kids that the law is very clear. So I wanted to also bring your attention to the social media platform Discord. And I don't know if you know this, but it's on your child's Xbox or on gaming platforms. And it has 150 million users. And it's used by influencers. They have discourse, and users create and join servers. And so initially it was set up for college students, but school-age students are using it as well. Okay, I am going to try to show you this video.
No, please.
Okay.
This is how Discord works in 148,000 milliseconds or less. Discord gives you one place that helps everyone stay in touch and talk easily. Everything on Discord is organized into servers. Servers are places where everyone in your group can eat, talk, and be with each other. I'm starting this server for my university dodgeball team, so I'm going to come up with a unique and creative name like Dodgeball. I'm even going to add our super cool dodgeball logo, which is someone not dodging a ball. Now, I'm going to invite the whole crew. And for people not currently on Discord, I can easily send them a link by email, text, or tiny rolled up scrolls delivered by foxes. With everyone joining, I want to start creating different text channels for all our dodgeball related messages. I'll also create a tournament channel where we can track our upcoming games, and a private channel just for the coaches. Now we can talk about specific stuff in designated channels without having to worry about interrupting other conversations. We can also have a private space for people with the coach role, which we'll talk about more in our next video. For those times when we just want to talk, see each other's faces, or just enjoy some company, there's voice channels. Think of these as open phone and video conversations that you can casually drop in and out of, or use to host bigger things like a meeting. See someone in a voice channel? Just pop in, hang out for as long as you like, and leave when you want. It's like joining a friend on the couch and chat. Talk about your day, talk about dodgeball, have a 2-hour debate about why deep dish pizza is an abomination to the culinary world, and end entire friendships. And voice channels aren't just voice channels, they're for voice, video, and screen sharing too. So whether we're talking through strategies or showing off the team's new logo, we can do it together live. Leaving a voice channel is easy. Just disconnect. It's almost as powerful as clapping a flip phone closed. Almost. Discord has many uses, from a casual club to an organized community to something more small and personal. You can customize Discord to fit your group so you can stay in touch. What you do with Discord, it's up to you. Have any feedback, questions? Want to say hi? Don't hesitate.
Okay, so that is a brief introduction to Discord. I am going to move here. I think the thing that Discord is a little concerning to me is because DMs can come from anyone unless they're disabled, right? And they have to use usernames, but vanity names are very different, right? Vanity names can be replicated by any users, but not usernames. And so someone could be posing as your student or another person under a vanity name and you would never know. Right? So usernames are able to be changed on Discord and adjusted so that messages and posts are difficult to trace back to the originator. So those are the things to be looking out for, especially if your child is a gamer, because that is a big deal. Another thing that I wanted to bring everyone's attention to is recognizing a Vault app on your child's phone. And do you know what it is? I learned some new things with this one. So Android, it holds it in a secure server, right? And so the secure folder can be located by selecting the settings and then biometrics and security, then secure folder. And so then they establish an access code, and it can be swipes, it can be biometrics, all the things, right? But then they can put pictures, they can put different apps in that folder. The same thing can be done on iPhone, right? So if you have your child's iPhone password, that's great, but you also are going to need to know if it has the hidden Vault app in it. And so it will also show recently deleted photos and albums and also documents, right? So if they have only Face ID, you want to make sure that in the settings that you disable that so that you can get into the phone. And we'll post this for everyone. So again, if you're an iPhone, if you just go to hidden album, in the settings, it'll show it to you. So that is all I have for today. Does anyone have any questions? If we don't, oh,
put them in the chat, or if you raise your hand, I can unmute.
and we'll post the directions on how do you go into Vault apps and about all the different things. And I'm going to try it each month is to bring another piece to you that I receive in a newsletter from the Austin Regional Intelligence Center, just for parents to be aware of these different things that are coming up and that they're noticing when they're doing investigations and stuff. So, all right, if no one has any questions, we will conclude today's Lunch and Learn.
Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yeah.